we had to do what Tupac did and some of those other guys did, where had to run up in the manager's office with a gun to get them to pay the money they promised. You know how many stories are of rappers, like I think TLC had to do it too, where they had to go into Clive Davis's office with guns to get the money that they had already. So it's not like you're robbing them. You're just simply saying, do what you said you're going to do. So this is what's interesting about life, is that unfortunately, in the world of politics, people tend to only do what you make them do. So Russell and I were able to get the Obama administration to eventually change their policy on incarceration. Eric Holder made one of the most significant announcements that he'd ever made in the history of that had ever been made in the history of incarceration. And it wasn't like we asked them to do it. We forced them to do it. We ran up in there with guns, basically, and said, and I mean, but it wasn't a real gun. It was, like Justin Bieber tweeting out the link to the letter or whatever, which kind of made them very nervous, because the cover was sort of blown, right? And I'm sharing this because, and I share these stories just because I want you to know where I'm coming from. It's not because I'm telling you to vote Democrat or to vote Republican. It's not me telling you to vote or not to vote. It's me saying to you that the reason that the status quo is not working for you is because you're playing the game all wrong. I don't think that there's any other community. Give me a yes or no if you agree. Do you think that is there any community out there where you could just blanketly tell them to ask for nothing, but you still have to give us something? You give us something, and we're going to give you nothing. And we want to make that clear. We're not doing nothing for you, but we need you to give us a little. We need you to show up and give us a little something. But we're not giving you nothing. Is there any other community that would even hear a message like that and not be offended? And this speaks, in my opinion, to not just how they feel about you, but it also speaks to how you feel about you. It does. It speaks to two things. It takes two to tango. In the game of low self-esteem, pimping is a two-person tango. Just so you know, the pimp can't pimp by himself. The pimp needs a good hoe to understand that the pimping is taking place. Do you understand? A pimp can't pimp somebody who refuses to be pimp. It doesn't work very well. It becomes a conflict. So for the pimping to work, the pimping needs to know that the hoe is in check. Do you understand? So basically, for us to be controlled in this way and to be sort of dealt with in a way that's very different from anyone else, we have to see ourselves in a specific way where we say, yeah, it makes sense that you would talk to us like that because we're Black. Of course, we have celebrities who will chastise us for asking for the same rights as other American people because we're not American. They're not like us. We're not white. We're not Jewish. We're not gay. We don't deserve liberties in America. We don't deserve justice. We don't deserve freedom. Hey, that's kind of what's happening when you accept a type of language that that would cause AIPAC and the Jewish lobby to go insane. They'd be up in there. They'd be up in arms. They'd be like, you said you ain't gonna do nothing for Israel? We gonna make you pay for that. There's no way we're going to go in here and support somebody who blatantly told us that they're going to do nothing for us. No, we want that 100 billion to go to Israel so we can buy some weapons, so we can go bomb Palestinian people. We need you to show up and deliver that check and those corporate subsidies that'll keep our businesses going, allow us to control Hollywood, control banking, and to get the positions on the Supreme Court, whatever it is that we want to do. Oh, you best show up and deliver for us. If you don't, then we will remove you. We will remove you. The difference, though, between, say, that particular community, let's say, in our community, is that we tend to speak in terms of votes. They tend to operate in terms of money. We still speak the political language. They speak the economic language. We think that the voting drives the process.